We're live! Welcome back to the TimTom podcast.
Hello, hello, hello.
We haven't died since you last listened to us, much to my own dismay. So it's one LP today, one EP, and then two singles. Am I right?
You are. We got an album, brand new, from Gucci.
Guop himself blessed us with this 50-minute long album, Evil Genius, 2018.
His only album of the year. I couldn't believe it. Only one album.
Yeah, but he's been a busy boy, hasn't he?
He's done a lot of features.
Yeah. This will be followed by Facade Records by Domo Genesis. Well, Domo Genesis has been a busy boy this year as well, actually. And he's dropped this very, very good EP, as you will find out. Then this is followed by Toro Imoy's Ordinary Pleasure single. And gonna round it up with Iron Claw by Czarface and Ghostface Killer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Alright.
now, Evil Genius. Let's just profess our love for Guop first. Just
This is his, I believe, 92nd project.
the man is as prolific.
72 of which were mixtapes, it has to be said.
The man is prolific. Okay.
Although he's had a quiet year. I mean, he's done a lot of features.
Yeah.
But this is his only project. I can't stress that enough. He released 3 last year. He released 3.5 a year when he got out of jail the year before.
Well, house arrest, wasn't it?
He was in jail.
Oh, right. My bad.
And yeah, now he's blessed us with this new album, Evil Genius. And I think the name was very fitting of the theme of the instrumentals and his flows throughout most of the tracks. There were what? How many tracks were there? 18?
18
lot. eerie trap bangers.
Yeah, I think that sums it up pretty well. There's definitely the majority of the instrumentals in this are dark and they are bassy and deep and a bit some of them are a bit spacey, but just being dark. But they are some really, really strong trap beats. There's the hi-hats in them and the snares are really punchy. The bass is really bouncy in a hell of a lot of them. And it is pretty good. So, opener, off the boat, off the cuff. I'd say it's a very strong opener. It's has this really good bouncy bass, as I said, and it has this interesting guitar melody over it in the background as well, which I thought was pretty interesting. And Guop's rapping about his bitch coming off the boat, and it's very Gucci.
And there were some funny lines on this track, just like J. Cole, my neighbours think I'm selling hoes. After the J. Cole track about his house getting raided by the police.
I did not know about
that. And he also said, "Free El Chapo, he the GOAT."
Well,
paying homage to
the Mexican drug.
Yeah, okay. Good beat. Nice flows from Gucci as well. That was a running theme throughout this. I don't think Gucci let us down on any of these tracks.
No.
If anyone did.
And
after that, we had By Myself even.
Yes. Yeah.
Gucci dwelling on a bit of paranoia here.
Really?
No, didn't want to be with anyone. He wants to be by himself. There's all his family seems to be betraying him according to these lyrics. And he's also I think since going to jail, he hasn't really been able to trust anyone by the sound of things. But another there's some interesting flows, and the way that he kept ending the hook with that weird tone on some of the lines was quite interesting as well. Not like anything I'd heard him do before.
Hmm. I found the instrumental here was a bit more. There was more gain on the bass, and it was a bit more subdued. Well, I don't know if that's the right word, but if it was like it wasn't as bouncy. It was more a bit more subtle, but it was I don't know, it wasn't as out and bouncy as the previous one. This
Yeah,
one,
let Gucci tell a story.
yeah, I guess that's reflective of the mental state of the lyrics as well, a bit. And this is followed up by Bipolar.
Yeah, I mean
Because,
this one had. Oh, sorry.
don't worry, I was just mentioning that the production in this, like, for the most part, is very consistent throughout, along with the beats, and that impressed me.
This one, if you look into like the hook especially, there is a lot of cold, like puns on things being cold, like fucking your bitch. Obviously, one of the coldest things you could do to someone. And like bipolar on my wrist, obviously being like an icy watch. Bipolar around my neck, and then he ends the hook by saying, "I'm bipolar. I keep on switching whips."
Yeah.
And I thought that they did the hook really well. He said his line, and then Quavo would just sing bipolar at the end of every line. That was quite
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah. Although I think it wasn't the best of the Quavo tracks, where it was Gilp and Quavo. I thought the Lost Your Mind was a bit better, in my opinion.
I'm not
But
to disagree with you there.
okay,
But that's
first.
okay. Because he had this funny line about drown you in the sauce, too much gravy.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
I
Is that a reference to the infamous noisy?
don't know, but it's suddenly become a popular phrase since the noisy interview came out.
Yeah, everyone knows someone who's lost in the sauce. If you know someone who's lost in the sauce, call our sponsor, Sauce Vacuum Drainer, to get him out the sauce.
Save a homie today. Hit their
Okay,
line.
back to the album. Um, so then it was just like it.
Yeah.
Um, which was I wasn't a big fan of this actually. If
It
I'm gonna,
was
I found
ice
it.
cold. Everything about this was just savage. It seemed
Okay.
so ruthless to me. The hook, especially, and the beat was probably the darkest of all of them. Which,
Yeah,
in my opinion,
a bit of a slog though. I found it sort of
mm,
killed the momentum a bit, especially so
yeah,
early in.
it could have been later in the album.
Yeah.
I agree, but this type of track was perfect for 21 Savage to
Mm.
come in, do his thing. If you're gonna get him on a track, it's got to be the darkest, dingiest, evilest track. So, 21 Savage on Evil Genius, I'm not mad at that at all.
No.
What did you think of his line about saying that he killed Bill and he'll get him on Volume 2 if he tries him again?
Thought it was pretty savage, if I'm gonna be honest.
Poor Bill.
Well, I mean, Bill is killed in the movie, isn't
Mm,
he? Okay. This was followed up by Cold Shoulder. I'm pretty sure.
yep.
Actually, I have a comment about this. Okay. So at the start, when the beat is sort of playing in that, well, it's playing in that lo-fi. It's playing lo-fi, and then the trap beat comes in, the actual beat of the song. Now, I didn't like the fact that, I mean, it had potential there, and I feel what it should have done is then come out and been with more presence and not been lo-fi, and then that's the beat of the song with more bass, with more gain, with more presence. Whereas it just remains. lo-fi in the background, and then the trap beat came over for the actual track. Now I just think that's a wasted opportunity. I appreciate the fact that not it wouldn't have fitted as much with the other songs, but I just feel it had potential to really like knock one's socks off. Like so just for reference, the start of the Puff Daddy track by on JPEG Mafia's latest single. You know how the beat plays in the background in that sort of lo-fi way, and then it bursts out into it. I just feel there was potential for something like that. Perhaps not as extreme, but I just think it's wasted potential on this track.
Yeah, but that was by Kenny Beats. This was not.
Yeah.
I think that's one thing we can learn from today. I would say though, I agree. I didn't like the beat on this track at all. This was the first one that stuck out to me as a bit of a miss. But that Young Boy Never Broke Again feature, that was crazy.
Was it now?
Oh, I was all over that. Stole the show from Paul Gucci. He didn't do a bad job, but I don't think the hook was great.
I was just a bit hard done by on that beat. I was like, it's such a good opportunity there. Why? This was followed up by a much better track though, Father's Day.
Oh, there was one more track before that wasn't particularly great.
Yeah, I just skipped
On
over it.
God. Actually, no, I take that back. On God, I quite liked. Gucci's flow was relentless. He just didn't stop for the whole verse. It was a one-verse track, and he had this great line as well where he said, "My safe full of dead white men, I'm feeling racist."
Okay. I like
So,
that.
yeah, and then after that we had probably my favourite track, Father's Day. So
Yeah.
Metro Boomin on
Much better.
productions. I think the ones with the bigger producers generally had the best outcome. When you
Yeah.
work with Metro and Southside, they were the ones that worked the best for me. And this one was a follow-up to a track he did in his first album after coming out of jail, called All My Children, which if you have
Tell me there. Tom. Tom. Well. Tom.